Ripple has confirmed its expansion in Dubai. Also, Ripple CTO and Cyber Capital Founder recently got into a heated argument on XRP Decentralization, but was Cardano Founder's remark manipulated? Finally, Brad Garlinghouse has recently shown his confidence in Ripple winning the lawsuit, but the question remains this: will the lawsuit end in 2023? Stick with me till the end to find out more. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 15th of May. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse shared the development, confirming Ripple is expanding in Dubai. Garlinghouse also took to Twitter to reveal Ripple's expansion plans in Dubai. In the tweet, Garlinghouse said Ripple is expanding its operations in Dubai. Notably, Garlinghouse first announced the plan at the Dubai FinTech Summit. With 20% of our customers based in MENA and clear regulatory regimes being developed, it's no surprise that Dubai is emerging as a key global financial hub for crypto innovation to thrive, Garlinghouse said. Dubai local news outlet Zawiya also shared the development. According to the news outlet, Ripple opened a new office in the heart of the Dubai International Financial Center. The move is imperative given that 20% of all RippleNet customers are located in the Middle East and North Africa. These clients include Qatar National Bank, SABB, RAK Bank, Al Ansari Exchange, Lulu Financial Holdings, etc. Meanwhile, Ripple also plans to host the 7th edition of its annual customer conference, Swell Global 2023, in Dubai. The two-day event is scheduled for November 8th to 9th, 2023. Garlinghouse lauded Dubai's regulatory environment for allowing Ripple to establish a key office and hold Swell Global, Brad commending Dubai's framework for facilitating growth and job creation in the crypto industry while ensuring participants' responsible conduct. Furthermore, Xumm has secured yet another collaboration to make XRP purchases more accessible to its users. XRP Labs, the development team behind Xumm, recently partnered with Poco, a reputable payments platform, to bring an on-ramp aggregator to Xumm. The aggregator will give users over 100+ payment methods for their XRP purchases. The partnership will help open up an essential portal that will connect the XRP ledger to the global scene, according to a tweet from Xumm. According to Justin Bones, XRP is centralized due to its UNL principle, an argument the CTO of Ripple has vehemently disagreed with. David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, is once again caught in a debate with Justin Bones, the founder and CIO of Amsterdam-based crypto investment firm Cyber Capital. Bones argues that XRP is centralized due to its unique node list, UNL, principle, a position Schwartz has vehemently disagreed with. Bones' main argument is that the consensus mechanism of XRP is based on unique node lists. UNLs are lists of trusted validators on the XRP ledger. Each network participant maintains a list of trusted nodes that it considers reliable and honest. These nodes are responsible for validating transactions and maintaining the integrity of the XRP ledger. While there are default sets of trusted nodes, often called DUNL, provided by trusted publishers such as Ripple, the XRP Ledger Foundation, and Coil, participants are free to choose their own set of validators based on their own criteria for reliability and trustworthiness. As previously reported, the foundation updated its UNL to 36 validators in March. Notably, Bones pointed out that nodes not on these UNL are untrusted and do not participate in the consensus mechanism. Matt Hamilton, former principal developer advocate at Ripple, Matt disagreed with Bones, noting that each node is responsible for choosing its own UNL without coercion. He maintained that there is no central authority in XRP. Bones claimed that Hamilton ignored the low tolerance for the lack of UNL overlap. In other words, Bones asserted that if your UNL does not overlap with enough other nodes' UNLs, you will be forked off the network, meaning that your node will not be able to participate in the consensus mechanism. He argued that there is no point in running a custom UNL list if it forks you off the network. He maintained that XRP's consensus mechanism is typical of a proof of authority network, where a group of pre-approved nodes are responsible for maintaining the blockchain. Schwartz disagreed with Bones, arguing that Bones' definition of a decentralized network is flawed. Schwartz asks Bones, "You're arguing that a network is centralized if it cannot somehow force people who want it to be centralized to accept a decentralized network?" By such definition, Ripple CTO says, "No network could ever be decentralized because a decentralized network has no means to coerce people to accept anything they don't wish to accept, including its decentralization." Schwartz further explained that nodes on XRPL rarely disagree on which nodes to trust, as there is little conflict over which transactions should be accepted or who should receive payment. Consequently, honest nodes only need to resolve occasional tie-breaking situations. Furthermore, Charles Hoskinson still does not believe that the entire US SEC has received incentives to launch an attack on Ripple and XRP. The belief that the US SEC received bribes from Ethereum insiders to launch an attack on Ripple and XRP has resurfaced. However, Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, insists that this belief is a conspiracy theory. According to Hoskinson, his comments on the matter have been twisted into a lie by the XRP community. Stephen Huber, a crypto influencer, reignited the debate on the matter in a series of tweets on May 8th. Huber argued that it is not a coincidence that William Hinman, a former SEC official, gave a speech in 2018 stating that Ethereum was not a security. Huber suggested that Hinman's remarks about Ethereum not being a security and the SEC's actions against Ripple were not coincidental but rather a result of collusion between Hinman, former SEC chairperson Jay Clayton, and Ethereum insiders. He emphasized that it is ridiculous to dismiss these claims as absurd conspiracy theories. Hoskinson said it's an absurd conspiracy theory because it's just normal that the asset with the most powerful backers got a free pass. Which basically is the very conspiracy we point at, Huber added, stressing why he thinks Hoskinson's belief is erroneous. Responding to the recent remarks, Hoskinson clarified that his earlier comments on this matter stated that it is a conspiracy theory to circulate the belief that the entire SEC is united against Ripple. According to him, his remarks have been twisted. He emphasized that the fact that the SEC has recently gone after several other entities, such as Coinbase, Kraken, Bittrex, and others, shows that he might be right. Essentially, Hoskinson points out that since the SEC is going after others besides Ripple, it invalidates the belief that the agency is only united against Ripple. Following a response from another individual, Hoskinson remarked, "That was my statement. It's always been my statement. The XRP community has manipulated it to a lie that is beyond recognition. They now mock and hate me. I stand by my original statement. There is nothing more to say on this topic." As previously reported, Hoskinson first made these conspiracy theory remarks last October when he spoke on the circulating belief that the SEC has received bribes from Ethereum insiders to move against XRP. The comments elicited backlash from the XRP community. While speaking on an episode of the Thinking Crypto podcast, Hoskinson asserted that the XRP community's belief on the matter was a grand conspiracy. It bears mentioning that Hoskinson is one of the co-founders of Ethereum who left the project in 2014 following a fallout with Vitalik Buterin. Now to the big question of the day, will the lawsuit end in 2023? Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. The lawsuit between the United States Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple has continued to be an important topic of discussion in the XRP community. Community members are anticipating the final verdict of the case, which is expected to come before the end of the year. Since no one knows the exact date Judge Annalisa Torres will issue her verdict, the community must rely on predictions and rumors from legal experts, top Ripple executives, and XRP influencers. There is ongoing speculation in the XRP community about the potential end date of the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. Prominent XRP influencer Mr. Huber revealed that Judge Torres may issue the much-anticipated summary judgment after her summer vacation in 2024. He also noted that the unidentified source revealed that both SEC and Ripple's officials met twice. However, Mr. Huber did not disclose the rationale behind the meeting, especially whether the officials met to discuss the terms of a possible settlement. It is noteworthy that anticipation for the final verdict of the SEC v. Ripple's lawsuit has reached a fever pitch. This has led to the circulation of multiple rumors making the rounds in the XRP community. Last week, crypto news outlet Blockchain Daily shared unconfirmed reports about a possible settlement in the lawsuit. The news outlet noted that SEC and Ripple officials met on May 8, 2023. However, pro-XRP lawyer John E. Deaton debunked the rumor. He said there was no way the teams of Ripple and SEC would schedule a meeting a week from when the announcement was made and still leak the information to the public. Meanwhile, XRP community members eagerly anticipate the lawsuit's final verdict. Nearly all legal analyses on the possible end date of the case have not yielded positive results. The March 31st prediction by seasoned lawyer James K. Phelan did not come to pass. Recall that Deaton also predicted that Judge Torres would issue a ruling on or before May 6, 2023, based on the ruling timeline of her previous cases. However, things didn't also go as Deaton predicted. It is worth noting that Deaton speculated that the ruling might come at any time. He asserts that only Judge Torres' staff and the court's clerk who helped her draft the decision are the only insiders who will know before she publicly issues the ruling. The community will now have to rely on Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse's prediction, who said the ruling would come within the first half of 2023. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is confident that the leading Silicon Valley tech company will win the lawsuit against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. Garlinghouse made this known during the XRP Las Vegas 2023 event held over the weekend. The development was shared on May 8 by a prominent cryptocurrency enthusiast digital asset investor. As reported earlier, Ripple also predicted that Judge Torres would issue the summary judgment before the end of the year. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.